Arsenal fans, I've got some good news. Look, Arsenal are probably out of the title race, but I've got some information that I'm going to share with you in this video that might leave you feeling a little bit optimistic. Look, I'm not going to sit here and try and convince you that Arsenal are definitely going to win the league, but it might just give you something to think about. Plus, I haven't really got anything else to talk about, so we're going to speak about it in this video. We're going to be speaking Premier League, Champions League, and also the game against Man United on the weekend. Before we get into it, though, do me a quick favour. If you could, just hit like on this video. So I'm actually going to start this before I get into it with a very quick question. Look, we've been playing Premier League, Champions League, and I just want to ask you, as Arsenal fans, if you was given the choice to win just one trophy this season, would it be the Premier League or would it be the Champions League? I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions in a second. Look, we've got 10 games left of the Premier League season, and most people are pretty convinced that Liverpool are going to win the league, and I would mostly agree with that statement. But there is kind of, if there's ever going to be an opportunity for Arsenal to try and claw back some ground, there is like a 4-game period that I'm looking at and saying this is the only chance that I can see. Like, this 4-game period could work out perfectly for Arsenal. We're going to speak about it because, look, Liverpool, firstly, I was watching them in the Champions League the other night and they was getting battered. When was it? Last night against PSG. They was getting smoked by PSG, but PSG just couldn't finish their chances. It was a combination of it just not being or working out on the night for PSG and Alisson just having the best game of his life. A world-class keeper like that to come out and say that was my best performance ever just shows you how good this was. Like, if you didn't see the game, it was the biggest smash and grab probably in Champions League history. Liverpool had one chance and they scored. PSG was peppering the goal of Liverpool, and look, they should have lost the game. And I was kind of watching it at the time thinking, I hope Liverpool lose this. But the more I thought about it, I was kind of just thinking, actually, I want Liverpool to keep progressing. And people might think that's weird, but it just allows them to keep playing games. Like, if Liverpool get knocked out now, it's only going to be us in the Premier League and Champions League. We want Liverpool to be there with us, so they're having to play all these games, so they're going to be tired. We need their players to get the minutes in their legs. So I want Liverpool to keep progressing through the Champions League until they maybe have to play Arsenal. But in the Premier League, like I said, there is a 4-game period coming up that might just switch things up slightly. Look, like I said, I'm not going to say that Arsenal are now favourite because I'm looking at this 4-game period, but it does make things slightly more interesting. Liverpool, yeah, they've got 4 games in a row. They got Tottenham, Chelsea away, Arsenal, and Brighton away. Like I said, that's 4 games in a row for Liverpool. Look, they've been brilliant this season, but that's a difficult 4 games, and it's annoying with Liverpool because I'm always like, watching them thinking, look, you're a good team, but you're not brilliant. Like, they don't blow me away as much as like a Man City team of the past usually does. I've always watched Liverpool this season and thought, you're going to drop points at some point. And they have dropped points, it's just we haven't capitalised. But there's still, I think, some sway maybe. Look, I'm an Arsenal fan. Maybe I'm just being optimistic. But I do hope Liverpool go through like a dip of form, and this could be the start of it with what happened with PSG. Like I said, I'm not going to try and convince you that Arsenal are going to win it, but in that same 4-game period where Liverpool have got Tottenham, Chelsea, Arsenal and Brighton, we've got Palace at home, Bournemouth at home, Liverpool and then Newcastle at home. Look, there are 2 difficult games in there, but Liverpool have got 4 difficult games, and say if they do lose 2 of those and Arsenal win all of ours, then we've still got to play Liverpool. And all I'm saying is a 10-point gap can become a 3-point gap very quickly. Look, we're going to need some luck as well. If Liverpool can drop points to a team that maybe we're not expecting them to as well, stuff like that will have to happen for Arsenal to win the league. Like I said, I don't want this to be a video where I'm saying, look, Arsenal are going to win the league. But I think Arsenal maybe can still do something. I think there might just be a twist in this Premier League title race. I'm not ready to concede it yet, and I understand people out there are, but I'm not ready to have the same conversations that other people are, saying that Arsenal are in a top 4 race, Arsenal are going to struggle to get top 4. I'm just thinking, what are you talking about? We ain't in no top 4 race, and that just shows that the Premier League can switch up very quickly. If we win our game in hand, like I said, we're only 10 points behind Liverpool. If we go to their place and beat them, which is a massive task, I understand. is 7 points. If they drop points to a team that they're not meant to and we win, it gets very, very small. Like, the gap can close up very, very quickly. And then if they go into this 4-game period and they lose a couple of games, all I'm saying is you never know what can happen. It's not over yet. Have some faith, Arsenal fans, because we just don't know how this Premier League is going to play out. Weirder things have happened. I can tell you that, that's for sure. Look, I'm going to give you my thoughts on the Premier League or Champions League. Let me know yours in the comment section. I think maybe because the Premier League's looking like it's probably done, my opinion at the minute is I would rather win the Champions League. And it probably is coming from a slightly selfish opinion as well, because I just haven't seen Arsenal win the Champions League. Look, I'm old enough to remember Arsenal being brilliant and winning the double and winning the Premier League. Like, I've seen it. I would love to see it again, but it's just something I've never seen Arsenal winning the Champions League. So for Arsenal to dominate Europe would be something that I would love to see. And like I said, I've just never seen it yet. So that's my thought on that. The Man United game. Look, I'm going to have a more in-depth breakdown video coming out tomorrow, but I want to speak quickly on it because, like, it's a difficult game, but it's definitely a game that Arsenal should be winning. And one of you guys pointed out in the comment section of one of my previous videos that that Man United turned into a prime, like, Barcelona team whenever we play them. And that's something I've mentioned on this channel. And that's something we need to be careful of. I guess the only positive is, like, usually when we play Man United, Marcus Rashford turns into prime Ronaldo, but they don't have him anymore because he's gone to Villa. But it's still going to be a difficult game. Look, they're not good. Like I said, they are not good, but I just hope these players come out and play like they did against PSV. Like, the dialogue going into the PSV game and even games before that was, where are the goals going to come from? Arsenal have unquestionably silenced the noise around where are the goals going to come from, and Arsenal are struggling to score goals because, like I said, we scored 7 in the Champions League. These players, if ever they needed a boost, they should be taking that from that result for sure. In terms of team selection and everything like that, like I said, I'm going to go through it more in depth tomorrow. I probably wouldn't change much. There might be 1 or 2 positions that I'm looking at and thinking Mikel Arteta might make some changes here. But it's just a game that we absolutely have to win. We've had Ruben Amorim coming out today, or whenever he come out, and said in the press conference, oh, I'm not going to get as much time as Mikel Arteta got at Arsenal. Is he playing mind games? Is he moaning? I don't know. Look, he's a manager that's massively under pressure. They got rid of Erik ten Hag thinking Ruben Amorim was going to be the answer to all their problems. Ruben Amorim's come in and he's been even worse. And I've got to admit, I love a Man United downfall. Like, I love watching Man United suffer because I'm sure you guys can relate. Everyone's got Man United fans in their friendship group or people they know, and they are the loudest, most arrogant fans in the world. So when you see them going through turmoil, I'm just like trying not to laugh because it's so funny. So yeah, Arsenal just need to do enough to get the result. Like I said, going to be a difficult game, but Man United are not Man United. They're only Man United in game, in name. Like, if you look at the team, you look at their players, and they are lacking in so many areas of the squad. The manager's not able to get his message across. He doesn't have the players to play his system, all of which we will speak about in tomorrow's video. But I want you to let me know your thoughts on everything you've heard in this video. Are you ready to concede the title? Are you already giving it to Liverpool? Or do you think maybe there could be a twist in this Premier League title race? Like I said, we might not win it, but things might be able to get interesting. We might be able to get our hopes up once again if in this 4-game period things can go our way. Like I said, thanks so much to everyone for watching and listening. Before you go, do me a quick favour, just hit like and subscribe, and I'll speak to you all in tomorrow's video. Gooners, have a good day.